What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Mardek. And last time we defeated Qualna, and Rohoff, despite promising not to seal their soul, insisted on doing so afterwards. So let me know what you think about that. But as for right now, we are back in the Castle of Gosnor, and there is still business to attend to here. So let's check in with everyone around here. And Rosen France doesn't have anything to say. Is Guildenstern perhaps going to be this person here? Yes, indeed. Very interesting. Okay. As for Jacques, it is truly unfortunate what has happened to the king. I will serve Donovan just as I served his highness, but it may be a difficult adjustment. But Mardek, you wish to receive some justly deserved medals, no? Let us see now. Yet again, you have saved the whole of Belfan from a threat that the rest of us would have had no hope of challenging. For this, you are commended, and I am sure that the king would thank you too, were he here. Ah, très bon. You have seen so much of the world and taken note of it to boot. The world will surely benefit from your extensive research. Sorry, but I have no more shiny medals to give you at this time. Go out into the world and do things to earn them. So thank you, Jacques. As for Charlotte, I'll stay here with Donovan. You can go and rest. Okay. Let us take a quick look at what those medals were, just to confirm. I believe we picked up one for being the savior, awarded for saving Belfan again, this time from Qualna. Then I think we had one more for the cataloger, awarding for filling out all encyclopedia sections. So that means that we have fought all the enemies. That is generally the most difficult thing to fill out in your encyclopedia here. One of the most difficult things are, of course, these include all the optional bosses, and we talked a lot about how you get the chance to fight those bosses. There are a few other situations in which it is a little bit difficult to encounter absolutely everyone. For example, see if we can find one here. Back from Chapter 2, there is both a normal Droma and there is a Droma Morik. So that means that if you don't make a point of fighting the Droma on Morik's battleship, then you could potentially find that you are one or two spots shy of completing your encyclopedia. So that's one of the reasons why I was saying at the very beginning, perhaps this would not have been a quote-unquote 100% playthrough, because I wasn't necessarily sure if we'd get everything completed here, but apparently we did, so that's good to see. And we also picked up a new Dreamstone at the end of that fight with Qualna, so let's check this one out. And here I am, on my way to some insignificant rock to find my old friend. Kill him, they said, and I said I will. But I don't want to. I can't. It's such a non-solution. It solved the problem, yes, maybe, but we could instead solve it another way and get him to rejoin us. We all need his skills, and though I'm sure the others don't want to admit it, we all miss him, too. I just want us all to be together again. Not that we can now, mind you, since my quarry did away with Morik. But Morik brought it upon himself, yes? We should have tried to convince Rohoff to return, rather than trying to kill him. And that's what I intend to do, to convince him to come back with me. The stubborn old fool is unlikely to listen, however, and the violet crystals just intensified that stubbornness. But I can at least try. After all, I need to. I fear for our very civilization. Though I do not speak of this to the others out loud, I can see that though they can use the violet crystal, it, in turn, uses us. I often get the impression of a mind in there, or a spirit, using us like pawns for its own ends. I see a cataclysmic end to it all, with it at the top and our very souls being devoured. I hope I'm wrong. Yes, we're aware of what it does, and how it intensifies traits and all that. But I think the others don't see the extent to which it is warping their minds. Rohoff wants to rebel and destroy the crystal out of self-righteousness, yes. But perhaps I can use this as a sort of non-violent weapon. Yes, I'll try to bring him back and direct his efforts at the crystal there. He has no use so far away from it here. He's making no progress. I merely wish to help. The other governors would never let him near them, or the crystal, if he was doing the rebellion thing. They'd blast him to dust before he even got near Anshar. But returning him as a prisoner, returning him to the council, that will give him a chance. And I shall help him in whatever needs to be done. I know the violet crystal is affecting me too, but it scares me that I'm not aware of its exact effects on me. I think that the others must be this way too. Rohoff seems to be oblivious to his own changes, and I get the impression the other Magi are too. Everyone's looking at everyone else, noticing unpleasant changes, yet they ignore their own. Anyway, I see that I'm almost there now. Almost at this planet. I can't go with Mork's obvious approach. I'll have to be more subtle if I want to convince Rohoff with words. If I want him to listen. I am coming, Rohoff. I'm coming to help you, so then we, together, can get rid of this violet crystal, once and for all. If only I could honestly tell him this when I find him. They're watching. Always. They're watching. I will have to try to convince him some other way, lest we both die. Okay, so they're a dreamstone from, yeah, I think it's pretty clear that's from Qualna, right? It does seem as though he genuinely was planning to assist Rohoff in destroying the violet crystal. Here's Rohoff trying to make sure that Qualna doesn't report back to the other governance to Magi because he's concerned that Qualna would rat Rohoff out. Rohoff, it seems like you may have just sealed the soul of what could have been your strongest and most significant ally, so I don't know, did Rohoff get carried away with his self-righteousness? I leave that to you. As for Donovan here, the new king, or at least I think he was saying that he technically needs to go through the coronation ceremony. Sorry I never told any of you about my royal heritage. I mean, we technically get you to tell us about it when we were chatting with you in private. As you heard my father rightly say, I wanted to keep my ties to the royalty hidden. I don't like it when people get by with association alone. What you do is what should matter, not what you are. Okay? Elwian, anything else to say to us? Hey, Mardek. There's a spare bed in your dorm, right? You mind if I sleep there? Well, that was Dugan's bed. Well, I can help you get over your loss? Well, I do need to move on. It's what he would have wanted. That's right. So, think about it, okay? Oh, Elwian, could you be any more direct? Oh, this one's locked, actually. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, that was normally the area that we would go to get to our dorm. Now, this is actually the king's room. We have to go south first, and then over to the right. Oh, more from Elwian? Hey, Mardek? There's a play on in Neuropolis, I heard. It's about you. About what you did in Chapter 2, where you saved us all. Come on, let's go and see it together. Well, I've just done loads of questing, and I'm really tired and upset. Oh, don't be like that, Mardek. You look so sullen. You need cheering up. Don't be all moody and stuff in your room by yourself. Let's do something fun, like this, to take our mind off stuff. That's what I think would make you feel better. Perhaps this would be a good thing for you, Mardek. It would allow you to calm your mind. To forget about what has just occurred. Rohoff, you're already trying to deflect blame? I don't know. Well, okay then. Yay! I guess you are good for something after all, Mr. Rudolph. Now then, Mardek, shall we? Okay, so I suppose in that case it's Mardek and Elwian, and oh, Vern. Let's check in with him. Hey, looking sharp there, Martles. Look like you saved the day and got the girl in the end. You must feel on top of the world. Mardek has not feeled it. Anyway, I'll be staying here for a while to help the new king out. He looks like he needs it, and I have no pressing need to return home at the moment, so you get to see loads more of me from now on. I bet you're salivating already. I suppose so. Sure, Vern? Well, more friends? Okay. Let's talk to Legion next. Ha 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 ha! Look at you, with a woman! What a joke.
Not only are you surely laughably incompetent, Tint Pants, but she's a minger to boot. Ha 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 ha.
What did you just say? Oh, just ignore it. I think he's just looking to balance out the fact that he did good against his will today. An ugly bird is more than I ever had. I never had anything. Nobody loved me. I used to dress up as a woman sometimes, and look at myself in the mirror, and tell myself that at least I loved me. But all it did was make me cry for hours, every time. I don't know why I kept doing it, but I did, several times a day, at some points. The play might start soon, Mardek. We don't want to be late.
Eloine is like, let's get out of this conversation immediately. As for Meridor and Gloria,
Of course, we did see there's perhaps a bit of a budding romance between these two. Let's see if anything else coming of that here. Mardek! Hello there! Fancying you and, Eloine, walking around closely like that. I don't know if it's truly the best thing right now, after all that's happened, but maybe a bit of light entertainment is what's best for all of us. Please, try to enjoy yourself. You too, big boy.
Eloine?
As for Gloria? Oh, hello, Mardek. Ellie, where are you off to? We're off to see a play in Aeropolis about Mardek's exploits in Chapter 2. Maybe you and your inventor friend here could come along. But only if you follow a distance behind us.
Eloine?
No, it's fine. We're okay here by ourselves. Nice and quiet. Well, have fun then. I'm sure you will.
Okay, we'll leave those two lovebirds by themselves then. As for Solar, just wandering around over here, it's okay, Solar.
The Dark Crystal! I never did get it back! Oh, whoa! Oh, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! Now I don't know what to do with myself. I will stick with your little group here until we achieve successification in finding the missing crystal. I hope this is acceptable with you. Oh, and by the wayside, the Reptoid told me to tell you that he needed to go back to his village in the sand place. He probably won't be back, but he wanted to thank us all for the adventure and commendify us for our braverousness and writery and all that fun stuff.
Okay, thank you, Solar. It sounds like maybe we will not be seeing Slinik in that case. Can we go back into our room if we even wanted to? Not sure if we can, but I mean, we can go through here, so possibly. I mean, going back in this direction here, or to where Eloine wanted to go previously. I'm curious, if we were to try chatting it up with Eloine, does she have anything specific to say here?
It's so nice to finally be able to just be alone with you, Mardek. Going out together like this. Well, that's what I was hoping for, anyway, when I planned this. That was before I knew about the creepy demon thing that lives in your head. I hope he's not going to be spying on us like some frumpy parent. I'll just have to try to pretend he's not there. I mean, he never seemed to be there before, when we had our chats about all kinds of things, and... Wait. He was there, wasn't he? Listening to all those things I said to you. We weren't alone at all. Well, whatever. I'll just try to pretend. Come on, Mardek, hold my hand.
Okay.
Rohoff, do you have anything special to say now? A word of advice, Mardek. Though allies and friends are good and fine and can help you when you are in need, try not to get too close to them, for then they have the potential to destroy you utterly. Rarely of their own accord, but they can become tools for evil to use to toy with your commotions, to cripple you. Beware.
I don't know, Rohoff. Sounds like that's exactly the kind of thing that you might have used to justify what you did with Qualna there, and I'm not sure that was the right move. Okay, so let's keep on moving then. And we'll see, I mean, we could perhaps even try going back to the Reptoid village to see if we can find Slinik before we head on over to the play. Let's see. Except every place is grayed out, and we are not allowed to go there except for the warport here. So I suppose there's only one option. That being to head through here and make our way back into the city. So that we shall do. In which case, I'm sorry, Slinik. Happy to hear that you wished us well, and thank you for, of course, all of your help along our quest. Unfortunate that we don't get the chance to see you and say a more formal goodbye, but nonetheless, thank you for your service. We'll head over to Aeropolis now, and the incoming bouncer still wants to try to steal our gold warport pass. Nah, not now, not ever. Just ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. But yes, we'll head on over to the city. And we have Eloine's music playing as well, and it is dark and moody lighting. Is anyone out in the city, or is everyone inside? Oh, you're still here. Hello? Everyone else is gone.
Everyone's either in bed by now or seeing that silly play in the District of the Mind. It's not my sort of thing, though. I just like to watch the calm waters of this little pool here. Makes me feel calm.
Okay, you do you. Out of curiosity, can we even go inside any of these buildings here? Look like the doors might be locked up. That indeed. Okay, so in that case, we'll head on over, and I mean, I guess there's a chance we might find other people around here. Yeah? Wow, that's quite a catch you have there, mister. Taking her to see the play, are you? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Saying more, saying more. Going to watch the actors with her? What are you on about?
I wish.
Elliot.
But I thought we were seeing the play.
Is this part of some more elaborate plot, Eloian?
Come on, it's this way.
Is it though? Is it though? Oof, I have no home to call my own. I live on the streets. Whoa. Sorry? Oh, the guards preventing us from going in other directions, it would seem? You aren't planning on taking that pretty young lady into the slums, are you daft fool? No, no. Run along to somewhere safer now.
But we cleared it out for you guys.
Okay, if you say so. We go up north? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Come here to see the play, have you? It's not this way. Go to the western district of the city.
Alright, if you insist.
Just wanted to see if there were other people we could chat with. But it seems not so much. We have to go over this way toward the play. As for this guard here,
you do see the play, Northerners? Just don't stink out the theater with your foul, foreign odors.
We don't want to cause a riot, you see. Thanks.
Is it just me, or does the world feel different tonight? Like nature's feeling poorly? Must just be me.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Okay. Close for the night. Sure. It's an interesting way of blocking off your door. As for the museum, looks like the same thing. Same thing indeed. Perhaps even the same spelling. Library also. And you guys here?
This leads to the temple district, but you cannot enter there at this time. The priests, you see, they act strange. Yes, that's surely the reason. Don't we have a play to go to?
What do you mean? How do I know you're going to see the play? I just do. It's obvious. Leave me alone. They're onto us. I don't know, it's awfully suspicious. Okay. As for other things here, we can start heading on over, I suppose. This was, of course, where we saw the play, or at least people say they wanted to go to the play before, but it was blocked off. I suppose there is still one area slightly further north. Let's double check if there's anyone over there, or even behind the building here. Doesn't seem like that's the case here. As for up here, anyone else we can chat with? In this area? Say, with the shaman?
The shaman isn't in right now, because he's busy being an actor in the play.
He's an actor? Isn't that exciting? I suppose so. Fair enough. No one else over here, it doesn't seem, so let's do it. Over to the play. And what exactly do we expect there? Of course, we heard that it's apparently about Mardek's exploits in Chapter 2. What does that mean exactly? Well, we're about to find out.
Hello there. Are you here to see the play? It'll be 1,000 gold for a ticket.
Excuse me? The play's about us, thank you very much. If anything, we should be earning a commission off of this.
Hey there. My name's Eloian. Mr. Wobble Scimitar said he'd have 2 seats for me. 3 seats, you know?
You have an inn, Eloian? Ah, Miss Eloian.
Yes, he was expecting you. And this must be your +1? Come right this way. The play will start shortly. How do you have 3 seats?
That's what I'm wondering, Mardek.
Oh, well, you know how this play is about your previous adventures? Well, this playwright guy had to find out the story somehow. He heard about the saucer thing, then came to Canonia to ask around, and he met me. I told him all about what you told me all those times. I wanted to keep it a secret, so then it'd be a surprise. Anyway, let's go in, Mardek.
Okay, I suppose. Here comes the play. Ahmed Wobble Scimitar. Greetings, greetings, and greetings again there, fair chaps and chapettes. Thank you all for coming to see my lovely, 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 lovely play, which is magnificent, if I do say so myself. Which I do. I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. My writing is sheerly amazing, truly a product of my unrivaled genius. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Dark Cloud incident from a few short years ago. You must be. It was a momentous event, a change of the highest degree. What's a change, you ask? With much curdled frustration? Why, 'tis a word I just made up to describe the sheer changery of the event. I do that, you know. Anyway, I'm delaying, I notice. Enough of that. I introduce you fair maidens and maidonettes to the scene. The wild, untamed north, the wild lands, the vast, verdant veldt where barbarians and kings dwell, where knights fight dragons, and all is rarely swell. Our story begins in a dank, dark cave in a cavern of shining stones. A vile villain of a man, a bandit, named Murius, has kidnapped the fair Princess Elma from Gonzo, the great northern nation. What does he want her for? Let us see. Maurice. Mwahahaha! Fortune is a wondrous thing. I'm a villain, feared throughout the north, a bandit king. But soon I am to be the king of the whole world. For I have kidnapped, at last, a valuable little girl. This looks an awful lot like Mugbird, back all the way from chapter 1. Is that Alia? Heir to the throne of Gonzo, a princess is she. The king, oh, he'll pine, and then he will see that to win back his child, he'll find out with a frown he must trade me his kingdom or give me his crown. But I may be waiting for a while, alone in this lair, with this darling beauty, this last with pink hair. Though she's mine for the crown, to my mind just came an additional use for this sweet, tender dame. No, away from me, thou oaf, thou cur! Thou wilt not get away with this. On my dainty heart, I swear, there's a white knight for every princess. Thou wilt see, a hero will save me from this sorry distress. Wahahaha! You hope in vain, little one, for the days of grand heroes are over. They're gone. Forget them, and swoon, and relax. Do not fear. Come to me, and let me sip of your pleasures, my dear. Mardek, hands off her, villain! Let her go, or die. Rat, my plans are foiled. A hero is here, but beware, good sir, for I am more dangerous than I appear. I've come too far to give up now. I've got too much to lose, so let her go. Ha! I really must refuse. Oh, my hero, I knew thou wouldst come. Save me, oh, rescue me from this abominable scum. Thy stature is strong, thy white teeth, they shine. I'm swooning, I'm taken, I would love thee to be mine. Dougal? Okay. My sir, is this wise? He's sure to be armed. We may be too weak, we may fail and be harmed. Be calm, my squire. We need not fear this cad. We're here to save you, princess. For that, you should be glad. I am Mardek, a mighty knight, and this is Dougal, my page. For your crimes, dog, you'll fear my righteous rage. You should have known that your vile dreams could never be. But since you didn't, you're now here, left to deal with me. I've never lost a battle. A true hero am I. You have but one move now, and that is to die. Oh, hero, you think you're so great? I'll show you you're mistaken. Oh, just you wait. For you see this thing here that I hold in my grip? It's a gun and you're death, sir. So flee. Just a tip. Your false metal manhood does not threaten me. Oh, whoa. Oh, my ribs. I fear they are broken. My end. Does it come here? Galaris has spoken. Oh, fie on you, hero. A curse on your head. I swear for this action, you will soon be dead. Amazing, oh master. The strength. It sounds me. A victory again here. The princess is free. All in a day's work. Oh my, hero. Thou did it. Thou saved me. Hooray. This is the best thing that's happened to me on this day. Thy strength, it is mighty. Thy heart, it is true. I know that I'm smitten. I'm falling for thee. We will head back to your castle. The king, he awaits. My orders were clear. From fair Master Smith. He'll be glad to be with you, and so will the world. For good for all men is the way this unfurled. Oh, my hero,
Please hear, I am glum at the castle. I'm stifled and hid, no more than a vassal. I crave for adventure. I want to be free. Oh, please, oh my hero, oh, won't you take me?
If that is your plight, oh beauteous darling, then yes, come with us. You'll be free as a starling. I will cherish your company, the delight of a girl. For you're lovely and fair, you are bright like a pearl.
Oh, I don't mean to question your wisdom, my friend. Does not on a present the kingdom depend?
Relax there, my squire. I know what I'm doing. I swear I'm thinking, not just idly wooing. To the king we will send an advisory letter. He'll be fine, and this girl, she will come, we will let her. And now we must fly, for adventure doth call. And nothing can stop us, not a cloud nor a squall. We will ride on the winds, we will ride on the waves. We will trudge through the forests, we will scour dank caves.
Ooh, what's gonna happen next? I bet you don't know, Mardek. Well, I probably don't. I don't remember being topless and muscly or any of this, really. And I don't like what they did with Dugan. They had to make some small changes here and there to make it more exciting, you know? Still the same old story, deep down. I bet you're expecting some attractive blue-haired young girl to be in the next scene who the hero comes to the rescue of, but, I asked Mr. Wobble Scimitar to remove that scene. He wanted me to play the part, and I really did want to, but then I wouldn't have been able to sit here with you, Mardek, holding your hand. And I'm not letting someone else play me, you can be sure of that. Oh, look, the next act's beginning soon.
The three heroes travel across the lands, slaying dragons and saving orphans from forest fires, until one day they happen upon a quest that will come to change the very world as they know it. They find themselves in the quaint little hamlet of Canon-Ear, where the bizarrely dressed northern pikemen tell them of a mysterious witch who dwells in the nearby forest, and eats children. She is spawn of Galaris, or his servant, they claim. The heroes cannot help but investigate. They head to the heart of the deep, misty woods. Crickets chirp and owls hoot. Everything's really spooky. Woo! They encounter a swarthy bunch of other mysterious and very attractive heroes who best them in combat and find themselves stumbling tiredly through an undergrowth, seeking a settlement of men, a bed to rest in. Let's see what happens next. Oh, mercy, those saviors. They sure were strong. If we don't find some healing, we'll be dead before long. Though their hearts were so pure, they'd not hit alas. Their strength was so mighty, I fainted, alas. I never lost in combat, not until now. Their powers surpassed ours by oodles. Oh, ow! But hark, friends, be silent. Did you hear that cackle? Though we can't see its source, it was never a jackal. The witch, she's near. I feel she's close. You can feel it quite clearly. The air's gone morose.
I'm fearful, my master. 'Tis a spectre we fight. I know much like cackles that arise from the night. Be strong, friends. I have courage. Do not be afraid. Our Mardek is splendid. He can light up the shade. For fear of fear is not fear at all. With friendship and valor, all evil will pall. A shadow, a shade. There's more here than that. The witch, she's coming. Prepare for combat. Double, toil and misfortune. Shadows howl and heroes tremble. You're here too late. You're here in vain. You cannot stop the rot and bane. The god of death has come from far. Galaris calls, his form a star.
Your riddles don't scare me, you horrible witch. We're here to slay you, to atone for your crimes, which the gods will see fit to abuse you forever for. But now we'll ensure that you won't hurt anymore.
I am worthless, caller no more. Reaper, waiting, opened the door. A disc up high, black clouds of doom. Nowhere is safe, not even the tomb.
What speak you, you hag? You speak of a threat that could spell us the end? I'm not ready yet. You'll tell us of paths, of dates, and of plans. We must face this peril. We must save Belafan.
North is where the disc will come, but know that one of you will fall.
I do not know what was just said, but I'm already scared. I don't want to be dead. This threat, it sounds grave, but we must not be scared. We are heroes. We're mighty. For this, we're prepared. Galaris is loose, and the world is in need. We can't leave the Reaper to kill for his greed.
Thy words, they ring true, and I know what must be done. But what of this witch? Should we leave her to run? We came here to stop her for actions unjust. So now that we're here, we'll slay her? We must.
We are here to end her. I know this is true. But we must make with haste, as we've death to pursue. This witch may be evil, but her evil is mere, compared to the destruction of all we hold dear.
Reaper calls to foolish mice. Death will die, but at a price.
The disc of Galaris that the witch spoke of looms ominously over the city of Gonzo, the north of the forest. The towering stone peaks of the city's many staggering, glorious chapels and cathedrals blackened by a thick, vile fog. The dead rise! Zombies! They stalk the streets and scare babies. All seem to have gone to pot. But then, hurrah! The three heroes arrive on the scene, and using the powers of love and friendship, they manage to make their way into the huge floating saucer. What fate awaits them in its inky bowels? Will they save the world from death himself? Let us have a see, shall we? Wahahaha! I am Galaris, the god of mortality. Finally, my plan to destroy all life is a reality. Every man, every woman, every child, a fatality. And then all will be at peace. Their minds always on, always nagging and nattering. Their words so inane, yet they're constantly chattering. I have dreamed for so long of the concept of shattering this horrible, maddening noise. The gods, the creators, they've told me to cease. They've held me and caged me like brutal police. They don't understand with their stupid caprice what it's like to have to listen. Galaris, you'll stop. You're going too far. Your mind, it seems broken. What a horrible scar. We are not as you paint us. We are not all inane. So I implore you to stop now, to see you're insane. Insane? Ha! I laugh. You're simply pathetic. I'll truly delight in existence aesthetic. Mere men against a god, it's almost poetic. There is no chance that you'll win. Thou art a being of death, of loss and of void. It's no shock that our love would leave thou annoyed. Thou art heartless and empty. Thou don't even know what the meaning of life is, which is tragic. Oh, woe. The meaning of life is to meet a chill end at the edge of my sight. You cannot defend. That it has any purpose, you can't comprehend what it's worth, which is utterly nothing. My life, it's fearful and difficult and such, but I still rather like it. I like it quite much. But when you have friends and you're not all alone, it's worth living. If only a life you'd have known. A life? Faye, what rot. I would rather be nothing. To suggest that I'm lacking is simply insulting. And now comes the time to stop your crude grunting, you simpering, dim-witted apes. I pity you, God, for you try not to see that there's far more than this that you could only be. Find friendship and love, and I think that you'll find you'll feel better, much better, and so will mankind. Oh, gods, I hate that you're saying such tripe, and yet I do feel that your words, they do swipe at my heart, which I have. I am buying your hype. I think I would like a friend. But no, what is this that you're making me say? I won't let you ruin me. You won't have your way. I'll slice you and dice you. I'll make you decay. But first, you will fight my zombie. Behold, Social Fox, the great northern hero. Wait a minute. That's not the actor dude. I think that's a real zombie man. Yeah, it is so. That's not supposed to happen. We'll have to fight it for real. I see no other way to solve this small problem than with casual, yet very brutal violence.
Mardek? I think we should maybe help out, don't you? Let's get up there.
Well, that would be wise.
Let's go, Barty. We can do this.
Ah, you're here to help? We don't need your help, petty soldier. But you're welcome to bask in my excellence as I beat it with my eyes, ears, and mouth closed. Now, some music please, Mr. Piano Man. Play us a song. Okay, it is the zombie actor, and we have a combination of, yeah, it was Alia, it was Bartholomew, Elwian, and Mardek, of course. Let's take a look at what we have here for the zombie actor. It is undead, so I suppose it is, well, truthfully, a zombie. 20 strength and 44 attack means this thing might hit relatively hard. Heals to dark, that's understandable. Very weak to light, fairly weak to fire as well, and resistant to every status. So, Elwian, I think we still have your terrible Huron from when we were expecting you to perhaps turn into a clone in that fight with Balna and the King. So, what do we go for here? Go with Requiem. Of course, that deals extra damage to undead foes, and you are undead, so sure, give it a shot. Then Alia, this is, of course, our first time ever controlling the World Savior, so I'm intrigued by what you have here. Let's take a closer look at what your gear is and all that. Fire Staff, Regal Crown, Dark Robe, Gold Ring, Sapphire Bangle, all things that we've seen before on our characters. As for your skills, you can Cure, restore a small amount of HP to a single target. Cure Ra, restores a moderate amount of HP to one target or the whole party. Regen, grants the target regen status, which restores HP every turn. And then Shield and M-Shield. So similar to what we saw Mardek have back in Chapter 2, and of course Mardek has now grown into other things, but Alia, you were sort of the World Savior's counterpart to Mardek in that way, at least in terms of your role in the battlefield. So, I mean, we could possibly even try healing Zombie, because at least we did see in the past, a while ago, you know, when we healed undead foes, it did deal damage to them, and that's still the same here. Yes, it did work. Not a ton of damage. With Bartholomew, you have fighter techs, and the only special ability you have is the power attack, which is 50% more powerful, but less accurate. Could give that a shot. I'm curious if you guys have any items. You do have some healing items, okay? You are shirtless at the moment. You truthfully not have a chestplate? What? You have iron armor, you liar. How dare you? Okay, why don't we just go for... yeah, we'll try a power attack with you. Why not? No offensive reactions either. That is unfortunate. For Mardek, we could... I'm thinking you're probably our best offensive option here. Why don't we go with a normal attack with you? Not sure how dangerous this zombie actor is really going to be, but we're about to find out. Zombie gas, uh-oh. Turned Elwian into zombie, which does mean that she will not be able to do anything to help us out here. She will be attacking herself and the party, and if everyone does turn into zombie, then that does mean that we automatically lose. So, that is concerning. That is actually very concerning. So, in that case, why don't we make a point of... do you have something that removes statuses, Alia? There's a moderate amount of HP to one target or the whole party. No, you don't. You have a remedy? You do, okay. Well, let's definitely do that. In that case, then Bartholomew, can you please land a power attack? Thank you. Okay. It did deal a lot of damage, so that's helpful, yes. And then Mardek, I think you go next. And now the zombie actor is pretty low on HP, but yes, I'm getting the sense that zombie actor is going to be doing a lot of zombification here. So at least it does seem as though it is perhaps just a one-trick pony of sorts. So keep on the Requiem. And then for Alia, I mean, you could even try to go offensively here, and by offensively, I mean use a healing ability against the zombie to deal damage to it. Would not be a bad idea, because I think one more round, probably take it out. Although, tell you what, let's use a remedy on you to unzombify Mardek, as he is our truthfully biggest damage dealer. Bartholomew, maybe you could finish it off if you land this power attack here. Yes, he did land it. Not enough damage, though. That, I think, will be an honor for Mardek. There we go. So, don't know if you ever expected to see it, but there you have it. Mardek teaming up with some of the world's saviors. What the devil is going on here? Where's the man who was supposed to play the zombie? Where did that one come from? People could have been killed. Bernard, were you behind that? What are you doing on the stage, old man? Were you the one who summoned the zombie, Moit? Fun, eh? I said my performance would make the play better. But would you listen? No, you just gave the role of Galaris to that darky tosser. Thought I'd liven things up a bit. Oh well, not liven as such, but, you know.
Someone could have died. I don't see no corpses. Anymore. So it's fine. Throw a sense of humor, Stiffy. Bernard, oh my goodness. My play! It's ruined! We can't continue on from here. We didn't even get to the steamy love scene, or the climactic battle at the end. Oh, what horrendous misfortune! Attention, dear viewers. I'm sorry to say that you won't see this play this day, or the rest of it, anyway. We'll have to cancel it for now to clean up, so please leave the building. Your tickets may or may not remain valid. And actors, I want a word with you. Good day. Stupid old people. Oh, I wanted to see how it ended. We should leave though, Mardek. Come on. Well, Mardek, what did you think? Well, it was nice, but it brought back bad memories more than good ones. I miss Emla and Dugan. At least I didn't have to watch Dugan die again. That would have made me walk out, I think. I miss him so much. Things get so difficult. You're not alone, Mardek. You have me, and I'll always be here with you. So will the others, too. You speak like Dugan was everything to you. And sometimes that makes the rest of us feel like we're worthless, like we don't mean anything to you. Well, I don't mean to make you think that. You're all really important to me. I don't know if I could go on without any of you, but I still miss Dugan, because we grew up together. And now we can all grow up together from now on, like some big, happy family. Yay! Well... Mysterious stranger. Excuse me. Oh, neato doggy helmet, mister. Sorry, I don't mean to intrude, but I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I think that I can relate to it. You see, I had a close, dear friend that I too lost recently. A person who I grew up with, who I cared for deeply, who I felt lost without, and I was lost for a long while. I didn't know what to do with my life, or if it was even worth living. But I comforted myself and learned to move on by thinking about how he might have handled the situation. I thought that he would surely have had the strength to move on rather than dwelling on the unchangeable past, that he'd surely have learned to live in the present and make do with what he had in the now. These thoughts, these imaginary reactions from the version of him in my mind, are what kept me going, what made me want to be strong, like he would surely be. I would not wish to meet that friend in this life or another, if only to find he dwelt in the past even more than I did. On what would my strength be based then? That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for your time, and goodbye. Wait! Oh, that was sort of mysterious. I wonder what he felt the need to say that for. You should listen to him, though, and be strong. Dugan would be, and he'd want you to be too. Well, I suppose. Anyway, I've had a really nice time with you tonight. I'd like to do this again sometime. Maybe a lot of times, if you want. I'm a busy man, and I have work to do. I can't be spending all my valuable time with some irritating, flighty little child. Can't you see that I don't reciprocate those puerile feelings of infatuation that you aren't remotely subtle about? You're wasting your time. Go and play in the sand or something. Leave me alone. What? That's so mean of you, Mardek. So mean. How could you? What did you do that for? Mardek, you should listen to the one with the stranger helmet than ours. Yes, you should learn that strength doesn't come from relying on others. It doesn't come from friends. Sooner or later, your friends betray you and become your enemies. The fewer friends you have, the less chance of enemies. We have a mission on which the fate of the galaxy rests. We cannot waste time with idle socializing. Soon, you will have to leave this world and seek out the governance de Magi personally, so it is best to sever connections early to avoid any unnecessary distress later on. I also don't want you messing things up at some crucial moment for reasons related to emotion. Your enemies cannot use your friends to hurt you, to persuade you to damage you psychologically if you rise above the feeble need for any at all. Just because your friends are trying to kill you doesn't mean my friends would do anything like that. You just have really bad friends. Or even, maybe it's you. Maybe they hated your control freakiness. And I can easily see how they'd hate you. You're not nice. You think you are, but... Silence! Enough of that. I won't listen to you. This is the exact sort of emotion I was talking about. We need to be rid of it. It is a hindrance to our goals. The other governors think that they can lure me in with lies, kill me off with the living dead? Huh. They're getting really desperate now and falling one by one like so many flies. Soon, peace, order, and justice will return to Anshar. It will return to light, and I can go home, away from here. Now you, little human mind, will be silent to think about what you've done, what you must do. We will leave now. We're getting strange looks. Oh, Qualna, your heart was in the right place, below your squandrix and to the side of your Papapus claim. But you should have realized, the White One is beyond reasoning now. Won't listen to anyone. No.
See? We bit-whittlingly told him to kill the dogling white plastroid, but did he listen? The tent he did. He tried to use his runny words to solve the problem. He almost brought Rohoff back here. I don't want that smuggling Cronton here. I'm glad Qualna's dead. He was bringing us down.
I liked Qualna. He had one eye. I like that about him because I have one eye too. So does everyone in this chamber. We're like one big happy family. He also solved his problems with words. Words which were things like die, or I have a small peanut and I'm not afraid to use it. You have a small what? We must address the issue at hand here. Jasper, you said that if Qualna's peaceful approach failed, you would handle the problem. I don't know what you've got planned, but you have permission. The number of adventurers he's accumulating who put aside their differences to work for a common cause is alarming. He already has enough to defeat us all if they level up enough.
I'll see to it that the only Chevlin leveling up they'll be doing will be done dead. Deadly. While corpses, which is to say, they won't Barney well be able to at all, crumbles.
But what if they all use their soul transfer thingamajigs? I keep telling you, humans cannot do that. Yes. They are weak and pathetic, and they can't even perceive psychic energy waves or electromagnetic radiation. You have to believe, Balthi. You have to believe.
Can I go now? I look forward to fortunately burning some fat, flattened faces into the cold, hard, snubbersome ground.
Yes. Be gone. Just do a thorough job of it.
Thorough is my middle name's favorite color. I'll do it more thoroughly than you've ever had the missling to conumbriate. Watch out there, Rohoff. You won't get away from me.
And with that, we reach the end of Chapter 3 and also the end of the series. Initially, the developer was planning on creating 8 chapters for the Mardek series, roughly one for each Governance to Magi member, or at least so one would assume. However, Chapter 3 in particular turned out to be a very difficult endeavor. Bear in mind, this was a single person who developed this entire thing, turned into what was my favorite game and favorite series ever, so congratulations to Tobias for creating this masterpiece that is Mardek.
Of course, I will always wonder what might come next, and in fact, I believe there are some people who are doing a fan project to create a fan-made version of chapters 4, 5, and who knows how many thereafter, so keep an eye out for a fan-made version of subsequent Mardek chapters. In addition to that, Tobias, the Mardek developer, is also creating a new game, which is a bit of a reimagining of Mardek under a new name and would look entirely different. I've seen a few previews here and there. Keep a lookout on Allura Fane, that is the developer's website, so if you are interested in checking that out, then you can take a look there. Thank you so much for sticking around for this 100 plus episode series. It was a blast being able to share this game with you all, my favorite of all time, and it was awesome to be able to reminisce about our old memories from when the game first came out 10 years ago. Let me know if you have any tips for what you want us to play next, and hit the subscribe button. That way, no matter what it is, you won't miss it. I'll see you next time.